All right, fifth graders, good morning. This is Math Chat number 28. Again, we are focusing on these math review documents where it contains different concepts that you are taught in fifth grade mathematics. I'm going to go through and kind of assist you on the first problem or so from every one of these concepts, and then I'm going to give it to you to finish on your own. Right here for algebraic thinking, it says write numerical expressions for the below problems and then simplify the expressions. So it's going to ask you again to translate English to math language is essentially what it is that they want you to do. And then after you translate it, you need to solve the problem. So where it says find the quotient of 144 and 12, I wrote down here for you to remember that the quotient is the answer to a division problem. So if I'm going to type that in math terms is going to look like 144 slash 12 equals. Now remember, we don't have the division sign for math or division sign in our Google Slides, so just use the slash sign. That also means divide. So 144 divided by 12. I'm going to go over here to my whiteboard. Okay, I have 144. This is just a basic review of long division for you guys, divided by 12. Okay. Let me change my color here. Can 12 go into 1? No, it can't, so I'm going to put a 0 on top. Can 12 go into 14? Yes, it can, one time. 1 times 12 is 12, so I'm going to subtract 12 right here from my 14. I'm going to get an answer of 2. Okay, 14 minus 12 is 2. I now am going to bring down this last 4 right here. How many times can 12 go into 24? It can go in there 2 times with none left over. So I'm going to subtract 24. 24 minus 24 is a whopping 0. So that tells me my overall quotient is going to be 12. So I'm going to go back here to my math chat and say 144 divided by 12 is 12. Or the quotient of 144 and 12 is 12. To help you with these next two problems, I gave you guys a little hint down here. So different vocabulary. Going down to base 10 numbers, it says compare the decimals using greater than, less than, or equal to. The tip I always recommend by looking at these is think about which one's going to be more expensive if you're at the grocery store. Okay, which one you're going to spend more money on. Also look at each place value number by number or digit by digit. So we have 2 in the ones, 2 in the ones. Okay, so far they're equivalent. 9 in the tenths, 9 in the tenths. So far they're equivalent. 5 in the hundredths, 4 in the hundredths. Well, I know 5 in the hundredths is bigger, so I don't even have to look at this last 9. I automatically know that 2 and 95 hundredths is going to be my larger decimal. Okay? All right, down here, name 2 equivalent fractions for each fraction listed below. This should be a basic review for you guys. To find equivalent fractions, you multiply the top number and the bottom number, the numerator and denominator, by the same number, and you're going to get an equivalent fraction. So over here for 2/4, if I have, go back to black, there we go, 2/4, I want an equivalent fraction. I can multiply 2/4 by, let's just say 3. The numerator has to be multiplied by 3, and the denominator also has to be multiplied by 3. They have to be multiplied by the same number. 2 times 3 is 6. 4 times 3 is 12. So I know automatically that 6/12 is an equivalent fraction to 2/4. So 6/12. There we go. And you're going to do the same. You're going to have 2 equivalent fractions for each one of these fractions here. All right, down below, we have measurement and data. If there are 16 cups in 1 gallon, how many cups are there in 3 gallons? This is going to go back to Math Chat 27. I gave you guys that information on King Gallon. I'm going to have you guys go back and look at that, so that should be a review for you. Down here for geometry, you need to compare and contrast squares and rectangles. So I want you to list one thing. I'll kind of give you a little note here. List one thing they have in common, and one thing, oops, I spelled common wrong, and one thing they have different from one another. I can't type this morning. All right, there you go. All right, boys and girls, this is your Math Chat number 28. Good luck, and I'm here to answer any questions.